double check. Yep, we have Mike. You've got Mike, and
Mike. Hey, Mike.
let's
Mike.
let's bring this baby in. Check it out. There you go. So today we are going to do a checklist for kitchens. We did the bathroom last week, and I think we were a little long-winded last week, were we not, sir?
Yes, I think we were just thrilled with what we've created. Not to mention we were trying to figure out how to do this, and as it turns out, we were making mountains out of molehills.
Yes.
So this is seriously easier than we anticipated to put together a halfway decent broadcast. So, make this work.
Yep. So there we go. Now, can you see the countdown clock there?
I sure can.
All right, cool. So now we're timing ourselves also, so that way it moves a little bit quicker. So, okay, let's get right into it, and let's.
Okay.
So
last week.
Go ahead.
Okay, so last week, if you didn't catch it, we did a bathroom remodel checklist, and it's very much like this one. So that, of course, made this one easier to do. But the kitchen remodel checklist, so what we've got on here and the way you use this and the bathroom checklist, you can download this apparently as a PDF, and you can fill it in by hand. But just in case, if you happen to have a copy of Excel at home, Ron was able to download the Excel file, which is a lot better because this is a nice Excel worksheet, and it's all programmed. So once you put in your manufacturer, your model number, your finish, you type in your quantity and your price, and it will not only update your total, but your grand total at the bottom. So you want to start, so if you can get the Excel file, get a copy of Excel home, this is awesome for you to use. It'll help you put together a budget for your kitchen or your bathroom right away.
Yeah, and I think even Google has something there for you that you can use the Google version of Excel and get it going in case you want to do that if you don't have Excel.
Right.
But it
Cool.
works really good. So both files will be on Patreon in a drop-down menu there, so you can do that from the same post. You'll be able to download those. So,
Awesome.
All right, get started here. Cabinets is right out of the box, dude. What are you doing there?
Well, obviously the cabinets are going to be the biggest nut. You know what I mean? Your cabinets in your kitchen, depending on how big your kitchen is, but all the same, your cabinets are going to be your biggest expense. So put together a legitimate number there. And I mean, don't be shy.
No.
Now, it's not unusual for me to spend $300,000 for cabinets in a house.
Right, but that's you. That's down in Florida.
But that's me. I'm doing some pretty crazy stuff. So but a realistic number would still be 12, 15,000. Easy.
Yes. Now, if you go to a previous sponsor, A-Line Cabinets, you can probably pull that off for 6,000 or 7,000. It's still plywood boxes, soft closed doors and drawers, but you're very limited on sizes, and very limited on your colors and all that other stuff. So if you're wanting some fancier things, you're going to jump up into that $12,000 to $15,000 range pretty fast. And
right.
It's not unheard of to be in the $20,000 and $30,000 range if you've got a decent sized kitchen. So you got to be careful.
Right, and if you go full blown custom, so that you don't have fillers and things like that. Also, if you're doing furniture style, whereas you have pedestal legs, bump outs, there's a lot of things you can do to doll it up and make it crazy nice, but it all comes with a price.
Yes.
So give yourself a realistic number and really start looking around, and don't be afraid to go to the box stores and get prices. But look around for a custom shop in your neighborhood or in your area. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised to find out that most custom shops will do your cabinets for the same money, sometimes even less than box cabinets, with less pieces. So you get more cabinet, less filler.
Right.
Sounds like a good beer.
Yes, it does.
All right. So after cabinets, we got the kitchen sink here, and I put on here what we put on here is not just the kitchen sink. You got a vegetable or island sink, countertops, hardware, main faucet, vegetable sink or island sink faucet, hot filler. There's a lot of things on here you may not do, but we wanted to get on this list things to get your mind thinking.
Sure.
Things change a lot. If I've got on here, there's dishwasher on here. Well, if it's just two people living in the house, you have a fairly small kitchen, do a dish drawer.
Yes. Or you could
You
do
can
an
get it.
18-inch. You could do instead of a 24-inch dishwasher, you do an 18-inch if you've got a smaller kitchen.
Right.
And then you've got ovens, double ovens. You've got the steam oven in there, range or a cooktop. All of those. There's a lot of different options on your appliances. What's a steam oven?
Steam oven actually has water connected to it, and we put one, like we do a lot of wolf ranges, so you have two ovens.
Okay.
But then we will put a microwave drawer in with a steam oven above it, and the steam oven literally has water added to the oven as it's heating. So when you're heating up a pizza, it doesn't dry out. It actually puts moisture back into your food.
Oh, dude.
So it comes out super moist. So yeah, steam ovens have replaced microwaves for warming up food.
That sounds like a better way to go, especially like you said for pizzas and breads and things like that, because microwaves just destroy it, turn them into rubber.
So, right. Well, I think most of our clients, they may have $200,000 kitchens, but none of them cook.
Yes. No.
So you stop by when it's your turn to cook. You grab the phone. So then you end up doing. You just got to get back to the house and reheat it.
Exactly.
So, steam ovens go in refrigerator drawers.
Oh, yeah.
Warming drawers. We do, a lot of that kind of stuff. And that would be, they don't have to be in a butler pantry, butler kitchen, serving kitchen. You can put those just about anywhere. Right. And another major one to consider is your hood. If you're upgrading your range and you're going to a pro style, and it doesn't have to be Sub-Zero Wolf. It could be even like a GE Monogram or a Gen Air. Once you get into a gas range or gas cooktop, that hood might have to be 1200 CFM minimum.
Yep.
It's going to require a 10-inch round pipe coming out of your house, as opposed to an over-the-range microwave, which might only have a 4-inch vent. So you have to start thinking about, can I get this from A to B?
Excellent.
And our code requires us to provide makeup air for any hood that draws more than 400 cubic feet per minute.
Yeah. Yep.
Which is basically every single hood.
Yes, and that's also common in the Chicago area now too. So that's fairly common to have to do that. Even if your house is 100 years old and leaks like a sieve, you still have to put the makeup air in. So
right.
It's just the way it goes.
Okay, so think about your cabinets and appliances. That's the big one.
Sure.
Electrical is always a good one. So we talked about this last week too, about stripping the walls back to the studs. And we definitely want to do this because it allows you access to plumbing and electric, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of products available now for electric on your backsplashes. We don't put outlets in the wall anymore.
No.
We'll run wire and stub it out right at the bottom of the cabinets, and then we use outlet strips, and they make outlet strips with LED lights in them.
Yes.
So do a lot of Sempria lighting fixtures.
And we've started using that same manufacturer here too. We've got 2 kitchens going with that setup in them now. So that is becoming a fairly common thing. Now, when you go to do that, at least in the Chicago area, that's no small undertaking. You have to redo all the piping. You're ripping out all the electric from the kitchen and completely redoing it because you have to eliminate those boxes. You have to pull all that wire back out and start over. So moving those outlets up is going to be a big ticket item. So just to put you guys out there so you know what's going on. So
now, see, we do everything with Romex, so it's like moving your extension cord from here to there. We take out the plastic boxes. You take the snips, you cut the box up, take your extension cord and put it at the bottom of the cabinet.
Right. Exactly.
Man, it's easy.
Yeah. Right. But that's just the way it is. Plus you're building new, so that's a lot easier than remodeling, which you're taking all the old stuff and ripping it out and starting over. So
yeah, remodeling is always a little more difficult and costly than new construction. There's no doubt about that.
Correct. So, okay, and then let's go ahead and transition back here to. You've got the under cabinet lighting here, which we talked about. Floor tile, grout, wood. What other kinds?
Yeah, I mean,
you could also do the vinyl, the LVT, the luxury vinyl stuff.
Sure. And I'd rather see that in the kitchen over wood. We do a lot of wood, but I don't think wood's such a great idea in a wet location, period. But
I we do it all the
if you're
time.
careful, it's good.
I've got it in my house. It's been there 16 years, and other than the refrigerator line breaking, it was
Hmm.
fine. So
Right?
yeah, Mr. Floor needs to come out and sand it and finish it again when we get some time. But it's
Right.
that's really been the only problem, and the
Right.
wood's real comfortable to work and walk on. So cement board. What's walls, floor? What's that?
Well, you want your cement board. I mean, you're going to coat your floor, or put what am I trying to think of there, brother? Help me out. You're going to have a subfloor, and then you're going to put in your uh, tile layer. Oh my
Sure.
God, underlayment. Jeez,
Underlayment. Yes.
underlayment. I couldn't come up with underlayment. Anyway, so
Okay.
that's your underlayment.
Okay.
But cement board, and then also walls or floor. It's going to be drywall. Anything. All those materials. Just measure your room. Divide by 32. That's how many sheets of drywall you're going to need, because you should
Yes.
strip everything.
Right.
Uh,
So do you do the blocking for cabinets? You know how we were talking about blocking in your bathroom? You do the blocking for the handrails. Do you do blocking in
mhm.
for your cabinetry then too, knowing that you're going to be able to just screw in anywhere? Do you take?
We do, because we do mostly all metal studs for our interior framings, all metal. So we actually
Okay.
put strips of 3/4 inch plywood in our metal framing so that we can hang our cabinets from it.
Got it. Got it. So we've started doing that too, with 2x6 blocking, knowing where the tops of the cabinets are going to be, the tops of the
Hmm.
base cabinets and the wall cabinets, and you run that around, in the cabinet areas, so that way makes it a lot easier to go hang those boxes because now you don't have to worry about where the stud is. You can put those hang those boxes anywhere. So
Yeah, and you know what I really like about that too is that when you open a cabinet, you can actually space the screws in the cabinet
yes,
so they're even, one at each, say 3 inches in from each corner, regardless of the width.
yeah,
Otherwise, it's like this cabinet has a screw in it. This one doesn't, because it's not landing on a 16, and
right,
so yeah, it gets a little crazy.
right. And Mr. Anal, I could see you want to make sure that each one is equidistant from the corners and spaced properly, and then has a finishing washer, all of that
Well,
stuff.
well, if you use the cabinet screws, the ones that have the big shoulder built
Yes,
on them, those are the best and are really aggressive. And I do like those. But the nice thing with that is you can take and make a jig, just a 3 inch strip of wood or a 4 inch strip of wood,
right.
drill a hole 1 inch from the end, and you just go inside the cabinet and you drill from the inside out, and boom, boom, done.
Yep.
And then, or I'm sorry, you do it from the backside to the front. And then when you take the doors off, there's your 2 holes. So
Yep.
boom, you're done. You can just slap it up.
Yep. It's ready to go.
I always hang cabinets by myself. That's, you put a 2x4 ledger on the wall and you go
Right. Okay.
stand them up on it.
All
Okay,
right, let's
we're
let's
going.
close this. Let's close this baby out. The last few
Yeah,
things here: window treatments, paint, and dumpsters.
yeah. Well, just all materials you're going to need.
Okay.
And
So
then the next page, which I don't know if you still have that,
let me see if we
but
let's scroll this down.
there you go. Okay, so this is the same as doing your bathroom. Look at what you think. If you're hiring a contractor, you're going to have permit fees, contractor fees, you're going to have demolition. And
Yep.
again, we figure $50 an hour, fair enough, 2-man crew. So figure $100 an hour. How long do you think it's going to take to demo your kitchen, to do plumbing, roof, whatever? And this isn't going to be accurate. I mean, if you get a good plumber, it could be $75 or $125 an hour.
Sure.
Electrician's going to cost you $125 an hour.
Sure.
But if you're doing this with some buddies and you still want to make good on it, the $50 an hour rule is more than it should cover you.
Right. Exactly.
So, but fill those numbers in there, and this thing will tally up. It'll give you your total labor, total material, and total labor and material in this great
Okay.
little setup.
So you've got, if they download the Excel spreadsheet,
Mhm.
then all they have to do is put in the numbers in each line item box, and it's going to total it on the bottom for you.
Correct.
Okay.
And under material, you actually even count. There's a green box up there where you can put in your tax rate.
Tax rate.
So, yeah.
Oh, right.
See there?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's showing
yeah.
0%. But if you
Sure.
enter in there 10 and a quarter or whatever you guys are at these days, it will figure out your sales tax on all your material. That's why there's 2 sections, because you don't tax labor.
Right. Correct.
No.
At least not yet.
We're still only at 6% interest, 6% tax out there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah. So at least we're not taxing labor yet.
No.
They're talking about
Yeah,
doing
they
it
did
soon.
propose that, didn't they?
Yep.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yep. They're
All
wanting
right.
to do that.
So I know you got to. Let's close this one out.
We've got.
If you have any questions, email rich@mightyhouse.net or ron@mightyhouse.net. And don't forget to listen on Saturdays.
Saturdays, 9 to 11. No, not 9. 7 to 10. Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Old school. That was a while back.
That was a long time ago. There you go. All right, cool. Well, thanks for watching, and we won't be back next week. I think we're going to take next week off since it's Thanksgiving, and then we'll be back after
Right.
that, I would assume. So, cool. All right.
Yes.
Let's, where is that? We want to do this right here and say, see you later. Adios.
See you later. Adios.